Good morning, students. Today, I would like to start a new concept, vital statistics. See, in the previous video, we have winded up the concept called hypergeometric distribution in theoretical distribution. Later on, the normal distribution has to begin, but due to importance of normal distribution as well as a lengthy concept which has to be taught in the class itself, I had just put comma for theoretical distribution. So later, whenever college commences, I will start normal distribution in theoretical distribution concept. So today, meanwhile, I would like to start the new concept called vital statistics, which is first chapter in your textbook. Here you can see some of the concepts. Vital statistics. Totally we have 18 marks weightage. 1 mark we have 1 question, and 2 mark 1 question, 5 mark 1 question, and 10 mark 1 question. The concepts which have been bifurcated here. Number 1, demography. Number 2, vital statistics meaning as well as the methods, and finding the measurement of population, uses of vital statistics, and the remaining concepts later on further classes I am going to discuss. Now today, so I am interested to start the concept called demography, vital statistics meaning and methods, measurement of population, as well as uses of vital statistics. So this concept I am going to discuss today. Shall we start? Yes. Here, introduction of vital statistics. See there. Human population plays a very important role in the development of a country. Generally, any kind of activities are connected to human population. We all know that. So human population plays a very important role in the development of a country. Here we study the concept called demography. Demography means the statistical study of human population. The study of human population in statistics, called as demography. We have seen in first year applied statistics, there is a concept branch of applied statistics. This demography is also included. The study of human population in statistics, or the statistical study of human population, called demography. Vital statistics is a branch of statistics which deals with the events of human population. See children, see students, generally some vital events which are happening in our day-to-day life in human population. For example, for instance, vital event right from birth to death, we will come across many kind of events which are happening in our day-to-day life. For example, birth, marriage, divorce, sickness, migration, separation, adoption, death. So these many vital events in our day-to-day life which are happening in human population, right? Vital statistics is a very important concept which deals with all these kind of events which are occurring in human population. Only the numerical records of all these vital events has to be recorded. Clear? So numerical records pertaining to events connected with the study of human population, they deal with births, marriages, divorce, sickness, and deaths of human population. Now, under the Act of 1886, the Registration Act, records, I mean events which are collected under births, deaths and marriages. So everyone has a birth certificate, death certificate after the death if any death is occurred, and then marriage certificate, right? All these information has been recorded soon after the event occurred. Suppose a new birth is happened, a baby is born, so immediately in the hospital environment, what the doctors used to do, they immediately record your birth, either in terms of time, sex, I mean gender, baby boy or baby girl, and then parental details, mother's age, father details, address, place of birth. So every information will be recorded, right? So that is a act of 1886. It's a registration act, we can call it as a registration act announced by the government sources. Clear? So this is the introduction of vital statistics. Now let us go further. The definition of vital statistics. B. Benjamin defines vital statistics are conventionally numerical records of marriages, births, sickness and deaths by which the health and growth of a community may be studied. So B. Benjamin has defined the concept of vital statistics is a conventionally numerical records of marriages, births, sickness, divorce, deaths, all these vital events by which the health and growth of a community may be studied. Now let us see. Vital statistics are the numerical records, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. Remember, statistics means a numbers. So here whenever you record the information, only the numerical data has to be recorded, not the qualitative matter. Remember, quantity is more important than quality when in terms of numbers, statistics if you take, because statistics always deals with numbers. Vital statistics are the numbers, I mean numerical records, analysis and interpretation of numerical data of vital events happening in human population. Look at there, vital events: births, deaths, sickness, marriages, migration, divorce, adoption, separation, etc. So these are all the vital events which are happening in our day-to-day life, isn't it? So numerical records of all these vital events which have been recorded, which are happening in our human population, that collection and recording and analysis and interpretation of these vital events called as a vital statistics. Clear? So that is the definition given by B. Benjamin. Now let us see the methods of vital statistics. We have two methods of vital statistics. Number one, registration method. Number two, census enumeration method. Now let us see the registration method. Registration method and census enumeration method. Registration method. In this method, vital events like births, deaths, marriages, etc. are recorded thoroughly. The government authorities like gram panchayats, municipal corporations, etc. maintain the record of vital events. This method will be successful if there is a legislation regarding the registration of vital events. See, in registration method is a continuous as well as compulsory process. All the government authorities, I mean sources like gram panchayats, municipal corporations, hospitals, etc. wherever the vital events are being registered, they are called as sources. Gram panchayat, that is one source where your vital event is being recorded. Municipal corporations, as well as hospitals. All these sources maintain the record of vital events which are happening in human life. So this method will be successful if there is a legislation regarding the registration of vital events. Just now I gave you one instance. Birth certificate. Everyone has your birth certificate, right? So it won't come directly unless you register your birth information. In case of birth information regarding the date of birth, name of parents, sex of newborn, nationality, religion, etc. will be registered. Then this method is a continuous and compulsory process in our country. So registration is mandatory. Now that is a registration method. Now sources. If they ask what are the sources, you need to write Gram Panchayat, municipal corporations. So similarly, when you take death registration, what all information are necessary to record? Date of death, name, parental details, address, cause of death, etc. All these information will be registered to get the death certificate. So this method is a continuous and compulsory process, as I said earlier. Now the coming method is census enumeration method. Immediately whenever we heard about census, we think that population every 10 years. Commonly these two things will strike in our mind. Here let us see census method. Population census is conducted usually once in every 10 years. Census enumeration covers data regarding sex, age, marital status, educational status, religion, etc., which are needed for vital statistics. Data available for only census year. Generally, this census method, this information is available only during census year, every 10th year. But this method undoubtedly failed to produce vital statistics for intercensal year. Therefore, this method fails to provide data suitable for vital statistics. Because suddenly see 2011 was the census year, population census year. Now the coming after 10 years, 2021 would be the census year. The population of India is going to be announced. Now suddenly in between these 2 years, I want to know about population of India. Census method cannot be done anything here because it provide information only during census year but not intercensal year. To overcome this, we have introduced the method called measurement of population during intercensal year by applying the formula. Let us see that formula. Measurement of population. It is a mathematical method of estimating vital statistics. In this method, estimates are based on the assumption that the growth of population is at a constant ratio during intercensal years. As I mentioned earlier, intercensal year census method is failed to produce. That's why census method is not suitable method for vital statistics. To overcome that incidence, so we have to use this formula, that is PT equals to P naught plus births minus deaths plus immigrant minus emigrants. If births, deaths, migration information is there, is available, then definitely we can estimate population in between intercensal years by using this formula. So let us derive this formula. PT, estimate of population after time t. Suppose 2011 was the population census year. I want 2012. So by using PT, estimate the population after 2011. P naught, population in the previous census year. 2011 end, what was the population? what population is announced, that population P naught should be taken. Next, births. Number of live births occurred in time T. In 2015, 2011, immediately you want 2012 population. At the end of 2012, how many births occurred and how many deaths occurred? How many people are immigrant people and how many people are emigrant people? Immigrants and emigrants. Who left to other countries, they are immigrants. Who who arrived into our country, they are immigrants. Who arrived into other countries, they are called immigrants. So if this information is available, definitely we can calculate the population in between two census years. So this is the measurement of population. Now let us see some examples. Look at here examples. Find PT given P naught equals to 1,26,305, births 6,500, deaths 4050, immigrants 8065, emigrants 6,000. Substitute all these values in the formula measurement of population. PT equals to P naught plus births minus deaths plus immigrant minus emigrant. You will be getting population at time T. Second example. Given the following data, estimate the population of a town at the end of 2015. We need first 2014 and what is the population? 5,55,000. And number of births occurred in 2015, 53,000. Deaths occurred 9,800. Immigrants 2,500. 18,600. And emigrants 3,200. All this information should be substituted in the above formula. You will be getting the answer. Now let us see the uses of vital statistics. I hope you understand measurement of population between census year, how to calculate. Just we need the information about previous year census year population P naught, number of births occurred after the census year, number of deaths occurred, number of immigrants and number of emigrants. So let us see the next method. Uses of vital statistics. See the first one. Planning and evaluation of economic and social development activities. See, without numbers, nothing can be done. Any kind of economical activities, if you want to deal, definitely we need to study the human population vital event records, numerical records. That's why vital statistics is used in planning and evaluation of economical activities and social development activities, and also government agencies for administrative purpose, because they need the number. If they want to introduce any new employment, they need to know in that city what is the unemployment public. Based on that, how many posts have to be announced, what would be the salary, what would be the cutoff. So everything deals with that. So government agencies for administrative purpose it is required. Next, demographic research, study of human population, obviously, and international point of view. Immigrants and emigrants, obviously it is needed now to calculate the population. That's why from international point of view also this vital statistics is used. Actuarial science, study of insurances in statistics, that is called as actuarial science. So to find out the age to claim the insurance, and then death certificate is required to claim the insurance. When death certificate is required means the death has to be registered. Again, registration is one of the method of vital statistics. So all these are interconnected. Next one, for individual by recording birth, death, marriage and divorce during lifetime. For government to access the impact of family welfare program in the country. So these are all the uses of vital statistics. So that's the end of class 1.